switched on. We gotta move now. North. We'll leg it from here. Let's go.
Today in this video, I'll be talking about Modern Warfare and Black Ops 1 with Reshade. A while back, I think about 2 months ago, at least at the time of this video, I made another video showing off a demo for a Reshade preset I made for Black Ops. Came out really nice, and I did the same thing to Modern Warfare 3, and I'd argue had the same effect. That means the pros and cons of both are included. So this video is just going to be an overview of how I got that preset and some pros about it, some cons about it, and whatnot, and just a quick overview of the preset itself. I'll have timestamps in the description if you want to skip ahead to either how I got it or how it looks. But yeah, this is what that video is for. Right now, I'm just going to show gameplay clips and comparisons of both.
Vehicles armed with shotguns.
Bowman, Carlos, lay down covering fire. We fight our way through the streets. Mason, on me. Let's go. Clear them out. Move up the street. Bowman, take the right.
So basically, this came to be from, I wanted to replay Black Ops 1, not even replay it, just play it in general, because I never actually beat it before. So I wanted to play Black Ops 1, and it's actually the playthrough I used for the video I made, analyzing the Call of Duty games. But yeah, so I want to replay Black Ops 1. Originally, I was turned off by the idea of using Reshade on Call of Duty. I don't know why, but I don't know, I had a change of heart, I guess, or a change of opinion, and here we are now. So I installed Reshade and got to work. First things first, what I added was HDR. Now, when I add the HDR, obviously you can't really just add HDR. You can add it, but you have to find sort of tune it to where you can get the brights and the darks settle out, and of course the bloom. Now, there's two types, three now I guess, but there's two main types of HDR that Reshade uses: fake HDR and magic HDR. They're pretty much the same. They give you the same effect, but the way you tone them is different. Magic HDR has more tunement options as opposed to fake HDR, but I think if you really were to tone them right, they pretty much give you the same effects, I believe, unless fake HDR is a little less drastic than magic HDR. But I added magic HDR, tuned it, and got a nice looking image quality. Nice looking, more clear looking image. But then what I decided to do was add anti-aliasing. Now, Reshade has two forms I know of anti-aliasing: FXAA and directional localized anti-aliasing plus. Now, FXAA is a basic, very miniature form of anti-aliasing. It gets just those few jagged edges that you can see, but it's not exactly the most necessary. For Call of Duty Black Ops, it already has a lot of anti-aliasing on already, so you don't need a huge amounts, but I decided to add some anyways. In an older game like, I don't know, Mw3 or Allied Assault, where you can see the jagged edges on the gun, anti-aliasing is good for smoothing that stuff out. But for Black Ops 1 isn't the most necessary, but I added it anyways, and then I found out about another anti-aliasing method, and that was directional localized anti-aliasing plus, and that is in short a more thicker layer of anti-aliasing, which again by this point is practically overkill, but I added it anyways just to get the clearest, smoothest image possible. And well, when you add a lot of anti-aliasing to an image, it starts to blur out some things. It starts to get a little fuzzy, and the fuzziness sort of in a way outweighs the non-jagged edges in a way, sort of. But you can combat this with sharpening. So sharpen the image up just enough to where it's not overdone, but those finer details are now brought back with now a smoother image. And the effect came out nice, but albeit directional localized anti-aliasing plus can be a bit of an overkill at times. Really, honestly, you probably just need FXAA at the most. That's really it. But if you want to take that extra step, or especially if you're playing like a more older game and whatnot, and that doesn't have the best anti-aliasing, well, there you go. You can add through that. So for a while, I played it like this, but then I wanted to see what else I could do with the graphics and with the reshading. So I messed around with a few other effects and found out about, well, not really found out about, but came across Technicolor 2. Now, I've used Technicolor 2 before. Essentially, it makes an image more vibrant. Say maybe a game's lighting looks rather dull, you can vibrant it up and make the colors a little pop out a little more. If you overdo it though, you end up getting a sort of over vibrant image that doesn't really fit the mood. This is essentially what happened at first, and I did play this for like a level, but I thought this just looks too bright. This is too much. So I was able to somehow fine tune the colors to again get the effect we have now, which is not over. It's a more crisper and clearer image. Sure, the colors pop out more, but not on like an over vibrant level. At least I feel they don't. You might feel otherwise about this preset, but I feel that the colors and everything were just done right enough to where it didn't look overdone, but it did enhance the game. There are a lot of presets out there that will just increase the color contrast and whatnot. And they don't exactly. They look nicer, but that's a heavy asterisk near the nicer. But this is not the case here. Again, don't know how I managed to fine-tune it, but I did, and again, it led us to the effect we have now. The last effect I tried to add but couldn't was MXAO. I've used MXAO on my other Reshade videos. Essentially adds little shadows sort of around many 3D objects, and it allows things just to look so much better. Unfortunately, with Call of Duty, Black Ops, and Modern Warfare, the MXAO that Reshade comes with doesn't work. If there's another working one out there, I currently do not know of it. But it's great in older games like SWAT 4 and Medal of Honor, like I've talked about earlier, and Call of Duty 2 as well. But Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3, it did not work on. However, I did use it on World at War, and it did work on that, but World at War is going to be for another video. So that, unfortunately, was a no-go. Now, in terms of installing this to a Modern Warfare 3, the picture you're seeing here is of Modern Warfare 3's directory. It was literally as easy as taking it from Black Ops and putting it in Modern Warfare 3. That's it. That's all you have to do. This is, of course, after you installed Reshade to both of them. Now, I don't have the picture here of Black Ops directory because, as of now, I filmed this after the video. My Black Ops won't open, so I'm going to uninstall and reinstall it. But, yeah, it's literally just as easy as just dragging and dropping the two files I have there, the two Reshade files I have there that are configuration settings, into either Black Ops 1's or Modern Warfare's directory. That's assuming you already have it set up in the first place. I don't have a downlink for this yet, so you will have to set up on your own, but I'm talking about moving it from one game to another, so you can have that same exact effect. Now, as much as I love this preset, and as much as I think it looks really nice, there is, I guess a caveat, you would say. One of the things it does is bring out the colors, right? More than the game normally does. And the problem with that, or sort of problem, is that if there's a map or a section of the game that's really only toned for one specific color, as in there's one color that topples over the rest, and it's not just a multitude of colors, of different colors coming together, that one color is going to be mostly placed over almost everything else. And I'll show you an example here of where the colors of one particular color feels really strong than the rest. So as you can see here in this survival or multiplayer map in Modern Warfare 3, the sort of pink-reddish look sort of topples over a lot of other things, a lot of the other colors in this map. Now, this isn't the worst example. I could find worse in, say, Black Ops whatnot, but just so you know it's there. Again, you can try and tune this to your own liking. I didn't find it too bad, but it is there and worth noting. However, I don't think it brings down the rest of the preset for that reason. But just remember, the coloring can get a little stronger than you'd like it to be at times. As you can see with this section of Black Ops, the lighting and the colors are a little on the stronger side of things. They may be stronger than you'd like it to be.
Nice. Mason, take it.
Aterrizaje está bajo ataque. Tenemos hombres en camino.
Perfect. They're all focused on the airfield. Convoy ahead. Do not engage. Sit tight. Let him pass.
To finish off the video, I'm now going to show some comparison shots and gameplay. So if you want to see that and see the preset compared to the original, you can see it now, as well as how it works with the gameplay.
Location. Dig in and do whatever you can to survive. Be advised, large enemy force inbound. Team, we cannot get to you. I repeat, you are on your own. Survive by any... Be advised, we cannot provide support at this time. Recommend you conserve...
And that pretty much wraps up this video. Hope you really like this preset. I'm very proud of the way it turned out. I think it does the game a lot of favors. Does both games a lot of favors. And I'd argue that the lighting is more on par as opposed to being 360 and PS3 lighting to Xbox One and PS4 lighting. At least early Xbox One or the PS4. Can't say PC because PC is just PC. But, and of course this only works on PC. There's no, as far as I know, there's no way to use Reshade on console. And I guess you could change your monitor settings around a bit to get a look like this, but I feel like it would just be easier to use this preset, because I feel like if you just change your monitor settings, you might not get as the same exact look. It might look similar, but I feel like it won't have the same amount of depth that this has. And also, once you change your monitor settings, it's like that for every other game, unless you manually change it back each time, which I think it's just easier just to do this. It's a one and done deal. But I might make a tutorial on how to install this if it's really requested. I'd argue that, yeah, no, like I said, it just changes the lighting to, Xbox One, PS4 lighting. Now, of course, if Activision were to make, actual remasters of these games, they'd be different across the board. What I'd like to add to these remasters, quote-unquote remasters, are texture mods to enhance the textures, of course, and the ability to run the game in 4K. I can't do either of those. As far as I know, I searched online, I have not found a texture mod for Black Ops 1, and I do not have a 4K monitor, and my monitors are on 1080p. So, with that being said, it sort of, I guess, hampers it a bit, but I figured, you know, if they don't have texture mods for Black Ops 1, I doubt they'll have many for Modern Warfare 3, if any at all. So, as far as I know, I'm just stuck with this. But if they were actually remastered, not only would you have more texture, better textures and better lighting and whatnot, but you would have full-on, much more detail in certain environments, much more physical objects added, better animations, things that that the average player couldn't even change themselves. I mean, maybe they can if they have the right tools, but it would take a lot of work, and at that point, you might as well charge it for money. So, again, that's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything else to say here. It's really just as easy as installing. I might make to go back a bit, I might make a tutorial on how to install this, but like I said earlier, for Modern Warfare 3, all I did was just put the Reshade preset file into Black Ops 1's directory. Now, I put in the directory, of course, after I already installed Reshade to Black Ops 1. So if they don't, I don't remember which version of DirectX they use, but Steam has it on the bare minimum requirements and on the basic requirements. So yeah, if you want to, again, you can fine tweak this to your own, because I'm pretty sure this may look different on other people's monitors. I don't know for sure, But if there's a problem with it, go ahead and just tweak it yourself, or make your own Reshade preset. Either way, I'm out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you really do use this Reshade preset.